September 28th, Burnsville Town Council meeting. I will do a roll call to my right.
Dustin Doyle.
Ruth Ann Moore.
James Ramel.
Andrew Greenwood.
Susan Preston.
And all stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, council business. Julie?
Hello, good afternoon. First item for you today, in your packets, you had an outline for the board appointment process for this year. Proposing to do that in a similar manner to which we did that last year, if council would be approving of that.
I'll make a motion to approve the board appointment process for 2022.
Thank you.
Motion by Mrs. Coulter, second by Mr. Jewell. All in favor, raise your right hand. Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And opposed?
We'll get started on advertising for those.
Thank you, Julie. And ordinance 2021-13 to adopt the employee handbook.
Mr. President, I move that we adopt ordinance 2021-13, adopting the new employee handbook.
Motion by Mr. Doyle, have a second. Second by Ms. Moore. All in favor, raise your right hand. Say aye. Aye. And opposed? Very good.
Lost my ID there.
We need to know who you are. Definitely.
Joe. The J.
Joe Seacos, 24 Main Street.
Okay.
This is an introduction of ordinance 21-14, which is a zoning map amendment from agricultural to rural residential. Consists of approximately 37 acres for a single lot subdivision. Planning Commission did forward a favorable recommendation from their September 20th meeting.
Any questions?
So they're just they're doing one lot that's 4 acres and then the rest is all getting rezoned,
Correct.
but it's just one
Yeah,
lot of 4 acres.
one 4-acre lot and then a remainder.
When they do that, they don't have to make any improvements to Travis Road.
They will be asking for a waiver of construction standards at the primary plat stage. Our process doesn't make a difference between a 1 lot or a 400 lot subdivision. So the standards do require accel, decel lanes and passing blisters, which they'll be in. I don't know if they'll make next meeting, but they'll eventually be in for that waiver.
There was some questions or comments about the drainage in the back, the portion of that. But once again, that's not the area that's so.
Right.
Any other questions? We're just gonna run through these ordinances. First reading, 2022 town budget. Ordinance adjusting water rates, ordinance adjusting sewer rates, and ordinance adjusting electric rates. And ordinance authorizing the acquisition of construction of certain improvements and extensions, the electric utility authorizing issuance of electric utility revenue bonds. And an ordinance authorizing acquisition, construction, and installation of certain improvements to sewer works, system authorizing issuance of revenue bonds. Ordinance authorizing acquisition, construction, installation, extensions, additions, and improvements to the waterworks, authorizing issuance of revenue bonds. First readings. And Joe, this is a third reading in the. What did you say that? Okay.
Yes, this is listed as a third reading. This is ordinance 2021-10, amendment to the zoning map from R3 to R4. This was at the Plan Commission on July 19th. It did receive an unfavorable recommendation. It's been in front of this board, the council, on July 27th, August 10th, August 31st, and September 14th. 90 days from the unfavorable recommendation would be October 17th.
17. Okay. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Okay, moving on. Minutes for the regular meeting. Everybody had a chance to look at them. Any corrections? Comments? Motions?
I move to approve the meeting minutes for the September 14th meeting.
I have a motion, Ms. Walls.
I'll second.
And a second by Ms. Moore. All in favor, raise your right hand. Say aye. Aye. Motion approved. None opposed. Okay, everybody have monthly town utility budgets, treasury report. Just any questions on that? Okay. And claims for council. Any questions on the claims? Anybody review, look? Okay, just need approval for the claims. Just by consensus?
No.
We need to vote.
I move to approve the claims as submitted.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion, Ms. Morrow, second, Ms. Moore. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye. Aye. None opposed. Okay.
First item I have for your approval today is closing Main Street for the trunk or treat event. This event will be on October 30th. The event will be from 6 to 8. We would like to close Main Street from 5 to 9 on that evening.
I'll make a motion to close Main Street in front of Town Hall for the trunk or treat event on Saturday, October 30th. Closure is requested from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Have a motion by Ms. Walls, a second. And a second, Ms. Moore. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed.
The second item I have, seeking some guidance on what we would like to see for the decorative crosswalk on Harriman and Baldwin as we look to finish up that project, excuse me. In your packets, there were several options in terms of coloring and design that we have available. And we did not specify the fine details when we sent that bid out for bid, so,
I do like the herringbone, and
okay.
I would suggest the colonial brick would be a suggestion. Is there a border that we need to pick out with that?
I think that is an option we can choose if we would like a border.
You just need to make sure it stands out. I don't know if we need to go to a gray or a khaki or something like that. We do a border.
Okay.
Borders.
And the actual bricks, what's the size? I just know the small bricks they do require more maintenance.
Yes, so it's a stamped pattern,
The stamp pattern,
so it's not an actual brick.
is it fit in with grout and things like that, or is it?
So it's a material that they,
Like a
Just like
sheet,
stamp-
like a
stamp
sheet,
content or
it's like a sheet.
it's like a sheet and then they heat it up and then stamp the
Okay.
pattern in.
Okay, I've
Yeah.
dealt with the
Right.
other
Yeah.
before and you're
Yeah.
always fixing them.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is not an actual brick, it's a,
Okay, good.
Okay.
way we don't catch them with the snow plows.
Make a motion to approve the pitch that Susan just made.
I have a motion, for the picks, what was that?
The herringbone.
Herringbone and colonial red.
Herringbone and colonial red?
Herringbone is like colonial red color.
Mhm.
Would be my suggestion.
And did you need, is that the main?
Those
okay.
are the main things.
I have a motion, Mr. Well, I have a second.
I'll second.
I have a second by Ms. Moore. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. All right.
And then, you wanna start, you want me to start?
You can start.
So in your packets, you have an update on the Baldwin and Main Street lighting project that Kevin and I have both been working on different pieces. There is a proposed location for those lights. And what we have looked at is alternating a flag on the different light posts and then a double banner on the other light posts. Andrew, I see you looking at that design and
I just can't read it.
you
My
first.
eyes aren't that good.
So there are a total of up to 23. I believe we're up to 23. Yeah. So I have to circle them.
This is the actual design. It's small, but it's the actual design.
So it includes the actual where those would be located. And if you're out there now, there are stakes where the light posts would go.
So this goes to 144, on
Goes
Baldwin
out.
Street, out to 144, all the way down to past Johnson's before it makes the curve
All the way down to the curve, basically.
Basically, yes.
on Baldwin. And then it starts here at Harriman and goes all the way to 144. So the thought would be, instead of doing a bunch of banners on every single one,
All.
it'd be two banner E. So basically, you would have a flag at certain times of the year, only the flag, and the banners would be off, or you would have banners and no flag.
And which side of the road would they be on? The east or the west side?
On Main Street, they would mostly be on the railroad side of the, when we get closer to 144, the final two are on the opposite side of the street.
Where the trail will come in there.
Where the trail comes in.
Okay,
They'll be
good.
on the west side.
Be on the west side. Those two will be on the west side.
And then on Baldwin Street, they are all on the west side.
On the west side.
Yep.
Okay.
So taking in consideration,
So they're all on.
yes,
think that's what
taking
that
into
red dot-
consideration.
Two that's on the street, correct?
It's
On the
pretty
street.
much where they are
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
They're close to where they are right now, especially on Baldwin Street.
Do they illuminate, this is the lighting
Candlelight,
candles,
yeah.
right? So it gets that parking area
Yes.
across from our current police station and to the south. Okay.
They have a 6-foot arm, am I correct?
That is correct.
6-foot arm.
It's a 25-foot pole with a 6-foot arm.
And were we putting the banners on the front, the back? What?
Well, it would be double arm.
Oh, so it's the double arm. Okay, gotcha.
So, because the question was, is we went down Main Street here, did you want the sidewalk, or did you want the street side? And then it became, we'll just put a banner on both sides of it.
Mhm.
And then with future development, potential future development on Baldwin Street, it would also take that area as well, both sides.
Yeah, one of the bullets.
Mhm.
The banner would go both sides.
That
Yep,
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Mr. President, I would once again approve the designs that Susie just outlined.
I have a motion, Mr. Stoll, to approve the motions as outlined by Ms. Qual.
Banners on front and back and alternating.
I'll second that.
I have a second by Ms. Moore. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye. Aye. Motion carried, none opposed.
Thank you.
You're in an ordinance, so.
Yeah,
You're
Yeah.
in an ordinance.
quite the ordeal.
Okay. Okay. Nothing, Mr. Bertram?
Have anything.
Okay.
I caused enough trouble when I didn't see it.
Okay. Mr. Bertram.
Good afternoon. I have an additional handout. You recall, I was asked to look into percentages of transactions at the front.
Yes. Thank you for
It's a pretty small percentage of transactions that we're doing from 7 to 7:30 in the morning. So I would still like to adjust the access to the building, switching from 7 to 7:30 to be effective November 1st.
So I guess my question, Kevin, is in a handbook that we just adopted, it says 7 o'clock, so the building will not be open until 7:30, or the utility office will not be open.
So discussing with staff, we would prefer the building will be locked until 7:30 in the morning. So the public would not be able to access the building until 7:30. So if we need to make an amendment to the,
It's just a building now, not the employees.
yeah, not staff hours. We're not adjusting it.
So we're okay.
It's just,
And I mean, people can put their thing in their Dropbox. If
Right.
if they're a person that wants to get it done before they go to work, we have Dropbox, so it's not like we can't do it.
November 1st would give us time to change our bill insert to adjust the hours. That would be my recommendation.
Okay, I make a motion that we change the hours that the building is open from. It would now be 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. starting November
I'll
1st.
second.
I have a motion on the floor, second on the call. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries, none opposed.
Thank you.
Thanks for getting the information, Kevin.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
The next item is renewing a 5-year contract with Siemens for our South Water plant. Siemens does our fire alarm and sprinkler testing. We're the manufacturer of our equipment on site, and we've been happy with them. We would like to renew another 5-year contract with council president or vice president to sign this contract.
I'll make a motion to approve the annual testing and inspection for the South Water Plant to Siemens with the president signing the contract.
I'll second.
I have a motion, Mr. Schultz, second by Ms. Coles. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye. Aye. None opposed.
Thank you. My last item is, as you know, we have been interviewing firms and need to give a shout out to Kara. She's done a lot of work on this and has kept this organized, this process of interviewing new webmasters or new vendors to take over our website. And this is a 2-phase approach. The first phase is immediate, where we need break fix assistance. Our current webmaster has asked for us to look for somebody else. He's gotten busy. So that's kind of what started this process. And we would like to ask to engage with an agreement with Revise for $75 an hour for break fix work. I know in your initial package sheet, it's got 40,000, but that's for complete web redesign, which we're waiting until the rebranding project is consultant is agreed upon on that before we make that next step to completely redesign the website. Right now, we're just looking for support and for council president or vice president to sign an agreement with Revise or break fix type of work on the website.
Do you have a approximate time that this is going to take for this initial phase?
For the break fix stuff, I mean, we've got probably 10 hours worth of stuff that just needs cleaned up, mainly user access fixed, some ongoing things. It's really not changing a whole lot, maybe adding a career page or updating the career page. We're not going to invest a lot of money in the current site because we know we're going to change it. But they're willing to start pretty fast, I believe. Once
So what I'm looking for is for the motion to make, so instead of approving 40,000, can we approve 10 hours and 75, or do you want 15 for?
do we have to put an hour on it? You know, can we approve the 75 an hour? And
Well, just in case they go to 400 hours, that's what I'm looking.
well, we're not gonna let that happen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So give me the leeway, give me the, what you think worst case scenario is gonna be on this.
Okay. Ara, do you have an idea of?
Maybe absolute maximum 20 hours? Absolute max.
Mr. President, go ahead. Okay. Mr. President, I will move to approve the break fix for our website, giving them 20 hours a week, not to exceed $1,500.
Mr. Doyle, second by Ms. Walls. All in favor, raise your right hand, say aye. Aye.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have one more thing, Kevin, or I don't know if this is you or Kevin, but Mr. Shirley has called me and said that these lights out here, I'm sure he's called you guys too, about the lights that weren't working or something.
Yeah, I put in a
Photo cells.
yeah, I put in a ticket today for that.
Thank
So
you, I appreciate that. He calls one of us, he's a volleyball here too. So thanks for doing that, guys.
Need to remind everybody that this Saturday is the concert, the free concert downtown, 5 to 9.
Yep, correct.
Is that right?
Yep.
So come out,
Everybody can do it.
enjoy it if you can.
Adam?
Public comment period as well.
Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Question on the budget.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Just a clarification on ordinance 2021-12. So we're slated for next Tuesday for adoption there. With the Indiana Department of Local Government Finance, as part of that ordinance adoption, you all will actually ink signature that, and then we have 48 hours to upload that. So in coordination, if there are any budgetary changes to the draft, we'll want to get those either submitted in anticipation of adoption, or we'll have to have you come back in to sign. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that. So maybe we can discuss it. I don't know if you're planning to have an admin session next week or not, but if you know of any kind of amendments or changes you want to make now in anticipation of that, just out of courtesy of your own time, that'll allow us to prepare all the documents so that you can sign that next week, and then we can upload as opposed to you having to come back in. So no, you don't have to make any changes. I just wanted, out of courtesy of your own time, just give you that heads up.
I think the only thing I had was what we talked about last council meeting, the budgetary change from municipal.
And that has been made.
Okay.
Yep.
That we talked about earlier.
Earlier today.
Yeah.
So I would just need direction on if you want me to make any change on that start date or anything like that. That way we can make that change in anticipation of adoption. Otherwise, we can leave it as is too. That would just allow you to be able to sign it next week upon it, assuming it's adopted, as opposed to having to come back in.
And I think it's just a matter of having communication with the
Okay, very good. Just let me know, I suppose, then we can prepare. We would just need maybe a day or two heads up to make all of the entries and make sure to get it back over and out to the agenda. 'Cause it changes some of the gateway estimates. Okay, very good. Thank you. Yep.
I think that's it. Anything, anybody else have any comments? I won't ask anything. What's wisdom?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. I was saying.